Happy Saturday. Thank y'all for joining the show. Let's get into it. I hope y'all having a wonderful day. I'm just getting back from the damn zoo with my son, y'all. I had a wonderful time. Great times. But let's get into our show because we have one. Let's get into it. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment, as you guys can see going across my screen. We're gonna jump right on in. I don't usually have you guys waiting. First topic. We already know about the information with Yandy and Mendices, where Mendices came out to say that he and Yandy have been broken up for a year now. Y'all know the backlash from Funky Dineva, where he was cussing out Tamar and telling all her business. Saying that she was kissing on Mendici, sitting on his lap, all of the things of the things, saying she was messing with that lady's husband. Now to find out they were never married. So now Tamar has said, hey, I want an apology. I want Funky to give me an apology. She didn't say his name, but we know who she was talking about. But she was asking for an apology because she felt like he misstepped in some of his words as related to their situation. So I ain't heard him apologize yet, so I'm going to take it as he ain't about to apologize. But Tamar did have something to say. So we are going to get into let's go ahead and play the audio for you guys. Shout out to Tamar. Let's go.
I didn't check out the situation before we shot. Of course I did. And so now that the vindication is here and the man that told everybody that he has not been with that person for a whole year, nobody's saying, Tay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have judged you. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. It's not right. No, y'all niggas believe that shit, and y'all didn't give me a chance to say anything. Y'all didn't give me an opportunity to be honest with, like, hey, yo. Just as many fucking videos y'all had about eating me alive as just as many apologetic videos that I'm expecting. That shit is fucked up. I am a black woman. I am not here to tear down black homes or black people or black relationships. All y'all has known me to be is been in a relationship with people, a one-on-one situation. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I didn't lie about my accident, and I didn't lie about that man. And it all has panned out to be the truth.
What? All right, shout out to Sherelle, because that's why I heard it. So what do y'all think? She said she ain't lie about nothing. She said all y'all ever known me to be in was a relationship with one person. Well, nah, Tamar, because you have been known to be messing with Jermaine Dupri's daddy, according to what was said, and even rapper Debrat even came out to say that she was in the elevator when Jermaine Dupri's daddy's wife came and jumped on her because she was messing with that man's husband. So you have been known to be messing with somebody else's husband. And they also said the word around town was that Tamar was messing with another woman's husband in Atlanta as well. So she don't get enough for that because not everybody put up with that type of shit. Okay, this is 2026, honey. Women are out here whooping asses for shit like that. All right. But you heard what Tamar had to say. So she is saying she's looking for apologies. Everybody says something about her in this situation in DC. She wants an apology. I ain't apologizing, okay? I said it was alleged, so I don't apologize for alleged information, okay? But moving right along, if that was the Funky Dineva, good luck on that shit too, because I don't see him apologizing. And y'all know she already said that she contacted a lawyer to go after him for some type of defamation or whatever. So we're gonna have to see how that shit turns out, okay? Moving right along, let's get into this Kandi Burruss interview. I kind of played a little bit of it this morning in my earlier video, but I wanted to see or go over all the parts of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and share. Let's go ahead and share. Let me get my comments up there too. I like to put on the show. Okay. All right, let's get back to it. Let's get into Kandi talking about money. Okay, she says here in this particular video, money can't complete with commitment. Okay, y'all know Kandi usually likes to date down with her men because I feel like she likes to feel empowered by being the money maker, by being the person who calls the shots as far as the bag. Okay, a lot of women feel like they're not in control sometimes when they date men who are millionaires, billionaires, or who make more money than them, because she feels like, she said it in an interview, that the men that make more money most of the time feel like they can go out and cheat on you and do what they want to do. So it gives that Kandi and say, I'm gonna date down, honey. I'm gonna date somebody below me so I can control that shit. Kind of like she did with Todd. Todd is worth 300,000. Kandi's worth 30 million. Like, hello. All right, but let's get into this interview. Shout out to Love You More Show. All right, let's go.
Todd and I we have done so much together and taken things to the next level together with the businesses that we've started together, with the projects that we've done together. It's like, yeah, I would trade my husband for nobody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like, realistically.
Again, this is a recent interview. So she said, I wouldn't trade my husband for anybody. So as I said before, Kandi and Todd, they've been hanging out a lot lately and going on dates. Are they behind the scenes working on their marriage and we just don't know about it? If so, great for them. I applaud you for that. But let's continue.
You know, I've been there, done that. What you saying, dated a guy that had millions and millions of dollars or whatever. And that situation didn't last because, you know, like most, you know, they feel like, oh, okay, they got everybody trying to come at them at the same time, and they feel like they got money. They could just do this and do that.
They never be loose, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I get with you when I can get with you.
They know they'll be with you, but then they'll be with everybody else too.
The Todd is only worth 300,000, and it was alleged that he was out being with other people. So I guess it's not about how much money it is. It's the person and their values and the respect that they have for you. I don't think it's how much they got in the bank as how faithful they're going to be to you, because anybody can cheat. A nigga with $1 can go out here and fuck a legion of hoes, but a man that's a billionaire can be faithful to you. And you just can't put a price on that thing. I'm just saying, literally.
I remember Riley saying to me one time, she was asking me about, you know, who she was getting at the age. I guess she was like, what, 5, 6 or whatever, which, you know, kids these days, they be picking up on things.
Hey, no.
So she was like, I should be able to meet who you're dating. And I was like, well, you know, it's just a friend or whatever. She's like, no. She was like, if they're just your friend, I should be able to meet them. And I was like, yeah, but they that serious or whatever. She was like, no, I feel like I should meet them before you get serious, because I don't want you to start liking them too much to where they would, you know, where you wouldn't care about how I feel.
Privacy.
Yes.
Jeez.
But I got what she was saying.
That came straight from Mama Joyce, because she said that Riley told her that when she was much, much younger. Now, I ain't saying that Riley is dumb or nothing like that, but I told y'all, Mama Joyce primarily raised Riley because Kandi was on the road touring, working, etc. So that child was with Mama Joyce the majority of the time. So a lot of stuff that come out of her mouth sounds just like something that Mama Joyce would say. Now, ain't no child of mine gonna tell me I need to meet so and so before they start feeling a certain type of way. The goal is dating. That's why it's called dating. You date a person to see if they're going to fit the bill. Because you don't introduce everybody that you date to your kids, right? That's not a good look to introduce your kids to multiple people that you're dating, because that could be confusing. Like, damn, mama, this week, that person don't work out. Then you bring somebody else around them, and that person don't work out. It's just like an open door, a revolving door of people coming in and out, and it can be confusing to your kids. I feel like if you're dating, and that goes for anyone out there, whether you're a man or a woman, if you have custody of your kids or if your kids are with you, I don't feel like you should introduce your kids to everybody that you date, because not everybody that you date, I don't feel like you're planning on being with them forever. Some people just want to date to have fun. And then you have some people who are dating to look for a permanent spouse, like a husband or a wife. So in that case, no, I don't feel like, and by Riley being a child, I would have said to her and explained to her the process of dating and why it's not important to date, to introduce everyone, right? Yeah. So Kandi, you can't be friends with your daughter, honey. You got to step it up and be mama and let her know, not everybody is supposed to be introduced to you, love. Okay? It's just not. Maybe this was a smash and dash. You don't introduce your smash and dash to your child, right? Girl, let's continue.
Yeah. Because you know how I've seen other women, they find themselves so in love with this dude that, you know, just because their kids don't necessarily like the person or that person isn't nice to their children, they be overlooking things because they so crazy about the guy. But if you already know from the jump that, oh, he's not really good with kids, or he ain't really nice around children or whatever, then you probably wouldn't get that far with them. You're limiting your options if you only dating by what an income a person is making. If you're not looking at more than that, you know what I mean? To me, it's so much more to look at. And also, just because somebody is financially wealthy doesn't mean that that's going to make you happy. I've, prior to marriage or whatever, I dated, millionaires. I dated guys who just had regular income or whatever. And the income does not dictate your treatment in the relationship.
Y'all think about it.
You're limiting your options.
Kandi has been known to be a sugar mama, according to what they say in them streets, child. They said that Kandi has been known to be a sugar mama, which is why she dates down. I think she likes being able to give to a man and show a man that she can take care of him and do things for him, because it makes her feel, like she's wearing that, like she walking around with the penis in the damn relationship. Some women like that shit. Me, no. Gift me, baby. Gift me up, okay? Gift me up and down. I don't mind. I'm not taking care of no man, though. That's what we're not going to do. But different strokes with different folks. Some women like men who make below them. Some men or some women like men that make more than them. It's just according to what you like. But I would not put a price tag on how good a man can be to a woman. I just can't. Because everyone's situation change. Right? Like I said, you can meet a man that ain't got but $1 in the bank that will treat you with the utmost respect. He can be God-fearing. He go to work every day and do the very best that he can. Come home, don't be hanging out in the streets. That's what we want, right? That's what you can always get some more money, but you can't always find a man that will respect you and treat you like you deserve to be treated. So yeah, money is a great thing. You can always acquire money. But baby, this is 2026. It's like a needle in the haystack nowadays when you're out there dating. I haven't been in the dating scene for quite some time, but what I do know, when I was in the dating scene, like that shit can be hard. You sometimes, and a lot of women get so frustrated to where they lower their standards and some of the things that they say, this is something I just gotta have. But then you get tired of waiting. So you say, nah, I can kind of, pass on this right here, but this right here, I need this. Sometimes women do that. But I'm not a fan of putting a price on the type of person that you're looking for, because, hey, you can always make a coin, right? You can always make. Now, I ain't going out here telling nobody to get with somebody that's broke. I'm not saying that, because everybody got to start somewhere. You meet people who are just getting out of a divorce. They're rebuilding their lives. Excuse me. They're rebuilding their lives and they're starting over. Now, for me, I would think that you would take that time to kind of iron out some things and kind of rebuild yourself before you jump into something else, because you don't want to put that burden on the other person to feel like they got to carry your load and theirs. But I don't feel like you say, oh, that's not a good man because he's just not there. No, everybody go through their moments and go through their things. But let's continue.
Obviously I was on television or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it would have been easy to get caught up in everybody's like, oh, your man don't make as much money as you do, and then, feel a way about what people, but I don't really care what they think about what my man, because I know, my man was doing well for himself when I met him, right? Yeah. He was in television production. He was making good money, but, people would totally disrespect him and be saying, oh, he's broke, or, I'm like, no, we may not make this.
Starting with your mama, because Mama Joyce was saying, he don't make up that Kandi took lemons and made lemonade with Todd. Like, huh? Todd was really making a bet. He had a job and all of that, and Kandi wanted him to run around like her shadow when they got together and be up under her. Like, he was really out here producing shows. He was working with Bravo. Y'all know that. But I feel like Kandi had a little bit of insecurity in her relationship with Todd, and she just wanted him to always be on tour with her, always go on the road with her. He was saying, hey, I got some things that I want to do in terms of building businesses, doing stuff like that. Now I want you to go on the road with me, because she wanted to be able to keep eyes on him. So you kind of keep him from being great on his own and making his own bag. So hence the reason I said if they get a divorce, he's probably going to ask for spousal support, and he might get it because you kind of did stop him a little bit, Kandi. You kind of did stop him and from getting his bag because you want him to be with you. But let's continue.
Same. But he still can take me out, do things with me, do everything I want to do. So what are you worried about it for? So
it was even when Kandi and Ty would get ready to get married. Like, even her mom was talking about Kandi's ring, like, oh, this ring, your ring look cheap. Like, she was just really going in on Ty. But I was just like, look, if Kandi like that shit, if Kandi loved the ring, like, nobody else should say anything about it. Like, she just said, hey, he can take me out to dinner. Maybe he can't take you to Mr. Child's, but he can take you to Papa Do's. Shit, that's still good food, right? That's still good food. And let him build himself up to get to that point where he could take you to Mr. Child's. Mr. Child's is very expensive. But yeah, places like that, like upscale restaurants, girl. So, hey, love is love. Let's continue.
I think, people get caught up in that, but then you got to also think, what do you and your man have the potential to do together?
Yeah. Why does she have an issue initially with you being married?
Because I make more money, because I was making more money than my husband. The income does not dictate your treatment in the relationship. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
But sometimes it can depend on who you're with, because they will always find the time to throw it up in your face, especially if there's an argument. They will remind you that they are the ones that make the most money. So they feel entitled to certain things or certain, ways that they feel like they can be because they bring in more money. I've seen this shit. I have a friend that's dealing with that shit right now. Her man makes the most money, and he be trying to tell her, like, I can do such and such and such because I am the breadwinner in this situation. And I'm just like, girl, no. You tell his ass, no. That don't mean a motherfucking thing because you bringing in more money. Absolutely not. Because you work as well and you contribute to the household. So, no, I always feel like you got to lay down the law and have boundaries in certain situations with relationships, because that shit can get out of hand. And when a person feel like and get into their mind that they can say and do whatever they want because they're the breadwinner in this situation, like, no, I'm not a child. Because you make more than me, it doesn't reduce me to being a child or less than you. Okay, thank you for making more. That's just more money into the household. But women, as women, we're supposed to be helpmeets anyway, right? We're supposed to be helpmeets anyway. But then again, if the tables are turned and the woman makes more, a lot of times the men can get mad about that and feel a certain type of way, like it's, demasculating them in a sense. But I don't know. Let's continue.
When I moved to LA, signed with Warner Brothers, even though I was doing a different type of music.
Let me see if I got all the clips. I want to make sure I got all the clips. Yeah, that is. So what do y'all think? We're going to move on. I wanted to show all the clips because we started talking about Kandi in my earlier video. So I wanted to show all of them. Now, a show that I used to watch, you guys, and I love this show. So I'm happy to hear that they are coming back to our TV screens. And I know some of you guys watched it too. Let me get it up on the screen. Y'all gonna be like, what? Yes, girl, it's coming back. None other than, y'all ready for this? Hustle and Soul, honey. Y'all remember the show with Lawrence, Kandi, and Candace? Y'all remember the show? Oh my God. I literally watched every single solitary episode. Probably watched it more than one time. Each episode. I love this show. It's the drama. Like, y'all remember they had the twins on there? Do y'all remember this show? What's the network it was on? WeTV. WeTV. It was on WeTV. And I was like, oh my God, this show is so good. Y'all, you did? Flower Room said she liked it. You remember, Tammy? Yeah. So the show is set to be coming back, you guys. So Chef Lawrence announces a return of Hustle and Soul in 2026. All right. You guys here for that? Y'all want to watch, or y'all going to watch? So of course, y'all know the Pink Teacup is his restaurant. And he says, I think it's out in LA. So he says it's been a minute for the fans. He says that let's get ready for a new drama show 2026. Says that we all been waiting for Hustle and Soul. Said that, do I not entertain you? Catch up on the seasons 1, 2, and 3. So juicy, new episode shot. He said that the lies, the false accusations, the police, the drama, the heels and hair pulling, because they had a lot of fights on there, especially when Kandi jumped on Lawrence Child for lying to him about being back with Candace, honey. Juicy. What else? He said a Hollywood mess. 2026, I'm bringing the heat back. Move over, baddies. Okay, so he says baddies, so it sounds like they're not going to be on WeTV, but they're going to be on Zeus. Now, I don't watch anything on Zeus, but if they're putting this on Zeus, I got to go to Zeus, all right? Because I have seen this show before, and I do like it. I wish they could have got it somewhere else, but maybe they just could not get the show back on WeTV. but I don't even watch Zeus, nothing on Zeus. But if they put this show on Zeus, I would have to go on over there to Zeus and support it because I do like the show. But he says, move over baddies, we the originals. Why can't we all just get along? All right. So he said, we do not condone violence, hashtag, okay, and hashtag good TV. It was good TV. I ain't gonna hold you. So y'all know it was like a love triangle between Kandi. This is Kandi here. Y'all remember her, Lawrence, and Candace. Candace is supposed to be like his main chick, but he was kind of creeping with Kandi on the show. And Kandi was kind of catching feelings and thinking that she and Lawrence was gonna ride off into the night, honey. But he was like, because he got a kid or kids with Candace. But Kandi felt away because she felt that Lawrence was playing the shit out of her. Baby, she jumped over that counter on Lawrence and tore him up. And you could tell that was not a that was not no acting that they were doing in that moment. She went off on his ass, and I was just like, oh, I'm so feeling that. But they're saying that allegedly Hustle and Soul will be making a comeback in 2026. Reading through the comments of the post that it seems like a new pink teacup may be coming to Hollywood. So although the network was not announced in the post, but you can kind of tell if he says move over baddies, I mean, baddies is on Zeus Network, right? So it said, although the network was not announced in the post, it said that my guess would be Zeus Network, the way too wild. Said, they way too wild for any other major network. LOL. Said, I love this show and I hope it's true. Well, they can be back on We TV because that's where they were originally. Shit, they fought and everything else, cussed each other out, all of the things on We TV. So I'm gonna be honest with you, they should just put the shit back on We TV because not everybody watch Zeus Network, but I have to watch Zeus Network. I got to go back on my word if they putting this show back on because I'm definitely gonna be watching. What do y'all think? Y'all say yes, he was a mess. Lawrence was a damn dog. I'm just go ahead and say it. Lawrence, you were a dog. You were a dog and a damn mutt. But the show was damn good. You could not deny that, okay? Every episode, baby, I've seen. So shout out to them for that. Shout out to the Pink Teacup. Shout out to Kandi, Candace, and Lawrence, honey. I will be watching. All right. Moving right on. Y'all know I always keep you up with any new shows that's coming up. So shout out to them on that. And when they announce the actual date that it's supposed to be coming on, then I will come back and spin the block on that and let you know. All right. Let's move on, honey, because Jaguar Wright, child. Jaguar Wright is back in the mess again. So I ran across this video, child. She is talking about Dwayne Wade. I think that we've all known that Dwayne Wade was very very spicy and or broke wrists a little bit. The way he be walking around with his nails and toenails and shit painted, be wearing blouses and stuff like that. I always felt like the nigga was moist, all right? I always felt like that. But hey, if Gabrielle Union like moist men, who am I to judge, girl? But let's get into Jaguar Wright because Jaguar Wright is going to always tell your damn business. She know just about everybody in Hollywood, allegedly. And she know all the secrets, allegedly. But let's get into what she had to say about Dwayne Wade, child. Shout out to Hollywood Stems. Ooh, girl.
Can you imagine Dwayne Wade when he finishes his transformation? He wants to be a woman still. That's real. And Gabrielle wants to blame Diddy for it.
I saw a video of Dwayne Wade saying, oh, yeah, everybody asked me about Zeta, and I tell them that it was normal. When I was a little boy, I used to wear my mother's shoes and my sister's clothes. You a lying motherfucker. That ain't normal, nigga.
As kids, I used to put on heels. I used to do all those things. I try to put on whatever my sisters wear. When all my sisters did, I try to do those things. So at first, I said to myself, oh, no, I did that. So I ain't just doing the things that I did. And then it kept going further and further. And then me and my wife had to look at each other and say, well, what if? And at that moment, everything that I was taught went out the window.
Dwayne Wade, boy, is dealing with two demented adults who are trying to live vicariously through that kid.
Can you imagine Dwayne Wade?
So they're saying that Dwayne is living vicariously through his son, who is transitioning to be a girl, Zaya Wade. What do y'all think? I didn't like the way Gabrielle Union got into the middle of that situation with his son transitioning, because I was like, okay, this child is a child and don't know really what he wants to be. I'm just not a fan of allowing kids to make permanent decisions like that as children. I feel like they need to live a little, because hey, you ask the child what they want to be when they grow up, you're gonna get 50 different damn answers out of that child. Today they want to be an astronaut, tomorrow they want to be a doctor, the next day they want to be a musician, the next day they want to be something else. Like, you just don't know. And I do not feel like Dwayne Wade should have gone against his ex-wife, who is the mother of his son, Zaya Wade, because that's what he goes by now. And I feel like Gabrielle Union, you were the current wife, which is not the biological mother of that child. I don't feel like you should have been pushing that narrative. I do not feel like you should have pushed that narrative and got in the middle of that. I just felt like she was wrong in that aspect. And I felt like Dwayne was as well, because you guys share a child. So that conversation should have been had with your wife, the mother of that child, your ex-wife, the mother of that child. Okay. What's her name? Dwayne Wade or something like that. You guys should have had a conversation together about the decision making for that child, and not sitting down with no damn Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle was not, she's not a biological mother to anyone but the child that she had to surrogate by. So yeah, she should have not been making no permanent decisions for your son transitioning into no damn girl. And I'm standing behind that. And if anybody feel a way about it, damn it, you're gonna have to feel a way. That's just how I feel. Okay, because kids do not know what they want to be. I don't feel like a child should have any type of gender changing at the age of 13, 15, 16. I just don't feel like that. Because what if you turned 16, 17, 18, be like, I kind of want to be a boy again. Like, that's something that's permanent. Or you're going to spend more money to reverse that shit or something. But why? I just feel like you should tell a child, hey, when you become an adult, then you do what you feel you want to do. As long as you're living in my house under my roof, it's my rules. Okay, it's my rule. We're not doing a gender reassign and all this other shit at 13, 15, 16, 17. We're just not doing that. When you turn 21, if that's what you feel like you want to do, have at it. All right, get all the penises that you want. But today, or the vaginas, get all the vaginas that you want. But today, you're gonna be a boy. I'm sorry. And if I'm wrong on that, then y'all just sound off in the comments. But I'm not changing what I said. That's just up here. My son can't come to me on no shit like that. At how old is he? 10? Can't come to me at 10 and say, Mom, this is what I want to do. Like, no, absolutely not. But what do I think about that? Sound off. Moving right on. All right. We've been talking about Clarissa Shields' cousin coming out and airing her business out. She sat down with Tasha K and was telling Tasha K a lot of things about Clarissa Shields. Now she's saying Clarissa Shields, she was talking about her being kind of slow and getting a disability check when she was younger. And she's also exposing some things about Papoose. So let's get into that, child, because that's tea. All right, I'll entertain it. I'll entertain it, child. We don't leave no stones unturned over here. We don't spare no one over here, honey. If it's tea, it's tea. So shout out to Gossip News on this. Let's get into what Clarissa Shields' cousin has to say, exposing everything about Papoose. Let's get into it, y'all.
She's gonna find out just how unhinged she really the fuck is. Y'all think that I'm unhinged. You think I'm off my fucking rocker. Y'all know she used to get a disability check.
How did the Disability Association get up in here in this conversation? What disability check did Clarissa used to draw? She's not supposed to be fighting if she has a disability, right?
No, when she won her first Olympics, her mama, she found out. So when she won the Olympics the first time, so Spears came to her and told her she owed them like $25,000. And when she asked them what for, it was because her mother had been getting a fucking disability check for her since she was like 9 years old.
Oh, wow.
What was the diagnosis?
The same as everybody else in our family, mentally fucking deranged. She's going to find out just how unhinged.
That's not a diagnosis. Mentally fucking deranged. Like, what is she bipolar? Is she schizo? Like, what is she? I feel like this girl, I feel like there's some jealousy here as related to this cousin and Clarissa Shields. Because why are you coming out telling her fucking business? If she had an AB abortion, we'll say it that way, an AB abortion in her younger days, and she didn't want anybody to know about it. She hasn't talked about it in interviews. Why the fuck are you? It's not your place to put that information out there because that's her personal business. As her relative, I don't feel that you should be telling all of her, bringing out all of her skeletons. Like, yeah, if you crazy, talk about your crazy. But I don't feel like you should be talking about it. If she's getting a crazy check, why the fuck do you care? I feel like she's making all of this money. Maybe she ain't shot you no money over there. So now you're bitter and you've made your mind up to sit with Tasha K, which we know is messy as fuck, to tell all this girl's business and expose the shit out of her to make her look bad. And she was also talking about that, Clarissa she didn't really have no real boyfriends and all of that prior to Papoose, and that pretty much Papoose is making Clarissa that he's the reason why she's getting the clout that she's getting and all of this other stuff. She's been real nasty towards Clarissa. If I was Clarissa, I would go and get a damn cease and desist on her ass. Like, bitch, you will not keep doing interviews on me because did you get permission from me to speak on my medical condition? Yeah, did you get permission from this girl to talk about her medical condition and any ABs that she may have had whenever she had them? Like, what is it? What's the end goal here, right? I think that's so disrespectful. So now she's saying that because Clarissa was getting disability checks back then, whenever she won the Olympics, they gave her like $25,000 and she got in trouble with disability because that income was not reported or something to that effect in terms of what she was saying. I'll play it again.
Hinged. She really the fuck is. Y'all think that I'm unhinged. You think I'm off my fucking rocker.
You are.
Y'all know she used to get a disability check.
How did the Disability Association get up in here in this conversation? What disability check did Clarissa used to draw?
Yeah.
She's not supposed to be fighting if she has a disability, right?
No.
I'm saying Tasha says she's not even supposed to be fighting if she has a disability, right? So you trying to wreck her career by saying this girl has a disability? Like, what are you doing?
When she won her first Olympics, her mama, she found out. So when she won the Olympics the first time, Social Security came to her and told her she owed them like $25,000. And when she asked them what for, it was because her mother had been getting a fucking disability check for her since she was like 9 years old.
What was the diagnosis?
The same as everybody else in our family, mentally fucking deranged. He's gonna find out.
Yeah, you need a cease and desist upon you, sis, because that's giving too much. All right, it's not your business, and obviously you probably ain't one of her favorite cousins, especially after this damn interview. Let's move along though. All right, we got some Tammy Roman news that I ran across today, so we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna hit it and quit it. We ain't gonna stay on it long. Let's get into it. All right, so Tammy Roman, y'all know who Tammy Roman is, okay? From Basketball Wives. From what other show was she on? What's that show? I can't remember the name of the show. But anyway, we know her primarily from Basketball Wives. She has a new show on now. I can't remember the name of it, but whatever. So shout out to Braxton Family Value fan page. So it's saying here that Tammy Roman has revealed that she gave her husband, this is her husband, he's much younger than her. She gave her husband permission, you guys, to have a child with another woman if he truly wants kids. Now, y'all know she couldn't have any more kids. She does have 2 daughters. By what's the child name? By a basketball player, okay. And he getting married to him, he wanted more children. She was unable to have more kids because of, you know, she had some sicknesses and stuff like that she was dealing with. Kenny Anderson, that's who she was married to. Kenny Anderson is her kid's father, basketball player Kenny Anderson. They got divorced. And she wound up meeting this guy who she seemed to love. I think he treats her pretty well. They've been married for a few years, but he wanted kids and she could not do that for him. So she explains that she told him, hey, you got my permission to go out here and have a baby by somebody else since I can't give you a child. I don't think I can be that generous. Now, she explained that due to her health and personal choices, that she wasn't in a position to carry another child, but she wanted to give him the opportunity to experience fatherhood if that was something that he desired. Sign off in the chat if you guys would be down for this. I mean, there are other ways that you can do this. There's adoption, where you got to have your man out here sleeping with somebody else. You see how Kandi Burruss and Ty's situation turned out? They fucked up over there. Now they over there about to get a divorce. You can't be telling him that, because maybe he don't impregnate her the first time. He got to go back up over there. Y'all follow me? Girl, there's adoption. Okay, there's IVF. If you can't get it, then you can, have somebody else carry the child by way of surrogacy. You don't tell your man, nor do you give him permission to go there and be balls deep in another bitch and then be like, yeah, y'all have a baby. And yeah. Because what if he fall? What if he catch feelings over here? That's a dangerous situation. I don't know why they like to play with Pandora's box like that. I'm just not that type of girl. I just feel like you start out how you can hold out. If you give a person an inch, they're gonna take a fucking mile. In this situation right here, Tammy, no. And I feel like if that's what you guys have agreed on, okay, that's y'all business. But to say it out loud then makes it our business. And I just feel like that's just not the way. What do y'all think? Yeah, surrogacy, girl. You got a few jobs going on now. I don't know what it is that he does for money, but you on TV a lot. So I'm gonna say that your money is all right now for you to go ahead and drop some money on a little surrogate situation, and you and your husband go ahead and have this child, because he's young. He's a young man. He don't have any kids. He doesn't have any kids, and Tammy has 2 daughters. So he's coming into this situation with an older woman who's already established as far as being married already, or having been married already, and already having 2 children from said marriage. All right. He's coming into this as a young man who doesn't have kids, who wants all the things that Tammy has already experienced in life. So how do you fix this situation? Okay. Again, there are other ways to do this, but I would not give my husband permission to have a child with another woman if that's what he truly felt he needed to do. Like, yeah, we can definitely do surrogacy. Yeah, what do y'all think? When I read that, I was like, what, Tammy? Girl, you are playing with fire. You are playing, because it's a little young chick out there that'll throw that whop on his ass and he will never come home. He will never come home. There's some girls out there that will just do some shit to him to blow his mind and baby and get knocked up. Okay. And then probably don't even want to give the baby up. Okay. But then again, do you want to deal with a baby mama with your husband? Like, it's a lot of things, it's a lot of factors to think about here. I would not be okay with that. I would not be okay with having my husband have a baby mama while we're married. And because I couldn't give him a child. Like all of these things are things that y'all should probably talk about prior to, okay? Because he watching the show, now that I remember, he really was talking about like he really, really wanted to be a dad. And Tammy, she broke down crying on the show, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to give this man a child, because she was having some health issues at the time. Y'all remember her weight got real down. Her weight went all the way down. Like Tammy was looking very frail because she was sick and taking all types of treatments or whatever. But in this situation right here, I don't feel like you should ever give your man permission to do that, because that is a dangerous game. Okay, y'all remember that? Yeah. But y'all sign off. What y'all think, child? I said, I want to talk about it since we already looked at it. All right, so let's get into this last and final topic. We got to get into some Toya news, child. Toya from Married to Medicine, all right, is talking about, she breaks the silence on her husband's alleged affair. So we're going to look at this from Angela Yee. Shout out to her, because she has some great interviews as well. So I do watch a lot of her stuff. But we're going to take a look at this interview, honey, from Toya, honey, from Married to Medicine. I like Toya this season because she is definitely carrying her weight for this damn show. I know she is helping the fucking ratings. But let's get into what she had to say. All right.
Because we saw the last episode where the women were getting all in your business.
Oh, okay.
About
what season
aren't
is
they
that?
always?
What season is that?
Aren't they always in Toya's business?
So
where do you think all this criticism stems from when it comes to your marriage?
My castmates are hard workers.
Mm-hmm.
They love to work. It's a part of their DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they were raised to work instead of pamper.
Mm-hmm.
And when they see a woman like myself, they want to put the pamper princess. And it's like, they really didn't see me when I was working, to be honest with you. When I moved to Atlanta, I was probably working for maybe a year for Procter & Gamble. Before that, they didn't see my hustle. You know, I hustled in Detroit like crazy.
Right.
Like I worked for Novartis, Pfizer. I did that, you know, that life. But when I got married, I was like, this is not what I signed up for.
Yeah,
you
right.
know, I want a man that can provide. And, you know, when you need my help, I'm there though. You know, I got it, you know, but it is what it is. I think they're tired.
You know, I want to ask you about this because I saw this and it made me think about like this post that was done about how like these blogs will spread fake rumors and false things. Yeah. So I know you've seen
my
this.
husband got another man, another woman. Ooh,
whoa,
another baby.
Whoa. I didn't see that. He like, hold up.
The devil is a lie. Jesus, my rebuke.
A DNA test, another baby, a side baby, and you filed for divorce.
Honey,
but I only saw it on some random ass like.
Random.
Who is this?
I'm like, that ain't true. No, so that actually went viral. When I tell you, my family was calling me, sending me this, like, hey, are you okay? Do we need to come down? I was like, no, I'm okay. We're good. I don't even know what that says. You know, and to be honest, me and Eugene, when we first saw it, we laughed about it. But he's offended now.
Right.
Like, he was like, why can't I just be a good dude? He was like, why do I have to, when I'm working, be somewhere else and have a whole nother family? And who's this lady I got my hand around? You know, he was like, what is all of this? You know, he's like, is she real? And I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. So now it's the running joke in our house. I'm like, oh, you going to see your other woman? Oh, you working on Christmas? Oh, I see you. I see you.
I wouldn't do that. Toya be doing the fucking most when it comes to Eugene. I love her role on this season, but I do not like how she talks to her husband. Now, I know it's not our business, but when you show it on national television on this show and we're watching, naturally we're going to give our opinions, right? So yeah, I feel like she's very disrespectful as relates to her husband. If you know that he's offended by said allegations, why would you tease him and or bring that up as a means to get under his skin even more? Because the one person who should trust him over anyone should be his wife. If you trust that he is not doing something that he should not be doing, I would not even joke with him like that, because you don't want to speak something into existence. Okay, you don't want to speak something into existence to where that shit finally do happen, and then you be looking crazy. I wouldn't even play like that. If Eugene is faithful to you and he go to work and work his ass off, honey, like a good old Hebrew slave, and bring his ass home and bring the money through the door so that you can live a lavish lifestyle, respect that shit, because not a lot of men will do that. Not a lot of men will do that. And a lot of men there have been a lot of rumors on the show. Like, look at Curtis, Dr. Jackie's husband, then stepped out. So you don't want to play with that. If you got a man that's not on that kind of time, I wouldn't even play with that at all. Let's continue.
He was gone. He got a 5-hour commute or
Yes.
a 2. He's in the ER. And you know, they always say doctors number one as far as like occupations where men cheat, and women too.
I didn't know that. But we had a mutual friend. It was so funny. Me and Eugene got in one of our first arguments because it was a friend of his and they were so tight. He was like, when I told her about what we were going through, I said, when you told who, ho, what, ho?
Who is she?
Who's this her?
Who, ho?
What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I mean, she's just a fellow coworker, but you know her, she cool. You don't know. We don't do that.
Business.
Yeah. Come to find out, maybe 2 years later, she was divorced, cheating with another doctor.
What?
Yes. And I said, see what I tell you?
Right.
See what I'm telling you?
The devil is a lie.
That part. Okay. I told him I roll up. Don't have me roll up in the ER.
But then don't throw it in his face when you know that that's something that he's not doing, because if you keep saying this shit over and over and over, like, it's gonna probably piss him off. He'll be like, well, you already saying that I'm doing this shit, so I might as well go do it. You have some men that have that mentality. And I'm not saying that it's right for him to ever do that, but you have some to be like, since you're gonna keep accusing me of doing this shit, I'm just go do it. I mean, he is gone Monday through Friday. According to her, he's gone 5 days a week. He is 5 hours away. If he wanted to cheat and get away with that shit, he probably could. But if you got a good man that go to work and come home and don't be out in them streets and making detours on his way home, baby, don't play with that. I'm just saying, Dr. Eugene seems like a very noble guy. He appears to be a great father and a great husband. So, Toya, you got a great one. I would not be talking crazy to this man. Like, make it so comfortable for him when he come home from working his ass off 5 days a week. You should have a nice meal cooked, pour him a glass of wine, go ahead and run him some water in the tub so he can just get in there and soak. And when he get out, girl, give him some of the best Uchi Wally that you can give him, honey, and let his ass go to bed. Period. Girl, I just gave you something to help you with your marriage, girl. What do y'all think? Damn, Toya, you get on my nerves sometimes. But I love her this season, but she needs to work on that, because, baby, don't play like that. All right? You know how many women that would jump at the chance to be with a man like Dr. Eugene? Like, girl, you got a diamond in the rough over there. You better sit down somewhere and stop playing, all right? But what do you think? That is our last topic. I'm going to look at some comments right quick before we get up out of here, because I see y'all sounding off. All right. Yeah, come on. You better tell him, Tammy. She said, yes, in that order, honey. Says, Toya, step your game up, all right? You better step it up. Because there's some women out there waiting in line like, bitch, I'll cook now. Now, poor guy, I can open a good wine bottle now. Okay, you got some women out there to do that shit. What you won't do? All right. So MJ says that Toya, honey, spotted out a nerd that she knew was going to be a doctor and said that she worked that from day one, in my opinion. Ooh, that's tea right there, okay? That sound good too. All right. We'll take it, though, girl. We'll take it. So Deborah Holder, honey, says that it was hard to watch Toya speak to Eugene the way that she did last week. Yes, girl, it was. That hurt me, and that ain't my man. Said that it was verbal abuse, and it was. And if the shoe was on the other foot, I wonder if the fans would still react the same way. No, they would really be tearing off into Dr. Eugene's ass. You know why? Because it's always different when a man talk crazy to a woman. Look at Martell talking the shit that he talked to Melody. He is forever hated on TV. Martell is forever hated on TV. This show been on TV for 10 seasons, and we still hate Martell the same way we did in season 1. That shit ain't died down at all. As soon as y'all see him on the screen, y'all be like, this motherfucker. We still feel the same way. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that one. MJ goes on to say that Toya ain't and wasn't a bit more interested in him. She saw his potential. I believe that. I believe that she know he bringing home that bacon, baby. She ain't about to go nowhere. Let's continue. Said right rail. Miss Didi says right rail. Okay. So Rose, honey, my top flight Mars says that Eugene is my favorite. Said that he used to work at Grady Memorial. Oh, really? Said that he was head ER doctor, and I will never forget that he told the doctor seeing me, says in the ER to not let me go until he checked my heart. Oh, okay. Okay, so he was, okay. So he went over and beyond. Shout out to Dr. Eugene for that. I didn't know that he worked at Grady. Shout out to him for that. Okay. Yolanda says that Rose, you're 100 correct. Says the Lord send me a hard-working Eugene. Right, honey. It's a lot of men that would love, not a lot of men. Here I go. A lot of women that would love to have a man like that work hard. She complained, oh, you ain't never home with girl. You gotta take the bitter with the sweet. If you want to live in this huge, because I hear that their house they just got is $3.1 million. If you want to live in a $3.1 million house, I can't imagine what the mortgage would be. So you got to understand, if you want this lifestyle and these plush things, it's gonna cost some money, and this man got to work in order to keep up with this lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying that Toya does not bring in money, because she does get paid a Bravo check. In addition to, I see you guys were talking about her wine business. I'm not sure how well that's doing, but I know she also has other businesses that she does have in addition to getting a Bravo check, and I hear Bravo pay their girls good. But so she is also bringing money into the household as well as the help me. But she just said, hey, if he needed, I got you back. But Eugene just comes off as the type of man who just really wants to take care of his household, and he wants to give his wife all the finer things in life, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Tammy says that I would like a guy like Eugene. Yeah, I think Eugene is a stand-up guy. Said I don't believe he is cheating either. No, I don't either. I don't think that he would mess up his family doing that. I just think that he's just working, and she needs to understand that. Like, shit, go surprise him. Go surprise him. Take the kids to a friend's house and let them make sure that he gets to school the next day, and go surprise him. Go surprise him. Put you some negligee in a suitcase, child, and take your ass up the road. That will blow his mind to see his wife in the hotel room when his ass get back, and you laying there, child, in your little negligee. And y'all just, child, he would love that shit. Because if you ain't seen him, you know where he is. Your sons are what, in high school now? Girl, drop them kids off at an auntie house or a friend house. Drop them off over there at Dr. Simone's house and say, Dr. Simone, make sure my sons get to school today. I'm getting ready to drive down here and surprise Eugene. That's how you do that shit, girl. You got to sit at home crying about, I haven't seen you in 5 days. You got a car. Get your ass in your car and drive your ass down there. You don't work no 9 to 5. You can go right on down there and spend the day with your husband and drive your ass on back. But Rose Armstead, honey, said that yes, Toya was real nasty to Eugene. Every woman wants a Eugene. Right. Okay. Absolutely. All right. Miss Didi says that, yeah, he seems like a good guy. Tam C goes on to say that I like Eugene. I don't see him cheating. Said that he seems to have a good sense of character. I don't like how Toya talks to Eugene. I don't think anybody does. I think everybody's been talking about that, and she's been trying to breeze over it. But baby, no, you better learn how to talk to that man before you run him off, and somebody gonna quickly snatch him up because he is a good guy. Okay. And Tam C was asking me, did I try her wine yet? I have not. I'll have to look it up online to see, because there's certain wines that I like. Okay, I like her. I'm a red wine type of girl. Okay. What else do I like? Chardonnay. I do like Chardonnay. I'm also a what else do I like? I got a bar downstairs. What else? Oh, Moscato. I'm a Moscato girl. I like pink Moscato, any Moscato. I love Moscato. But yeah. I do like wine. So I'm gonna have to check her out to see what kind of wine she has, because I'm all about supporting honey black business. Yes, ma'am. All right. So yeah, I see you guys talked about. Let's see what y'all talking about with Tammy Roman here. Miss Darlene says that Tammy wasn't giving him permission to sleep with another woman. She just said that he can use his sperm via surrogate, not sleeping with. Okay, well, hey, thank you for that, because the way it came off as, hey, you can go sleep with this person and do da da da. Okay, I'm just like, oh hell no. But thank you for that clarification, Miss Darlene. All right, can you tell me where you found that information at? Because I would be happy to go over there and check it out. All right, let me know, girl. Let's look at one more comment, and we're gonna get out of here. One more. Said Tammy is making a coin, and I have liked her since the Real World. Yeah, I used to watch her in the Real World too. Tammy did not take shit back then either. I loved her on the Real World. But yeah, so shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank y'all for coming over. Y'all know I love when y'all come in, and Ruben Moscato is a hit. Yeah, I love Moscato, girl. Tammy, nothing about no damn Moscato. But yes, honey, I got some downstairs right now. Might have to pull up Sunday night since y'all brought it up. Okay. But thank y'all so much for coming in and joining the chat tonight. I appreciate all 230 something. I feel like it was more of you guys in here, but I appreciate you all spending your time with me tonight. Y'all can be anywhere. This is Saturday night, honey. Most people be out somewhere, but y'all spent your time here with me tonight. So I appreciate you. Please don't forget to tap on my like, hype up this video as well. Share the video, comment on all the topics that we discussed as you guys have been doing. So I really appreciate you for that. Shout out to my top flight Maj, True TV Podcast, Tyra, KBR Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miss, Rose Armstead. Thank you for working so hard tonight, ma'am, to mod for me. I really appreciate you because you always be up in here. So thank you, girl. All right, and all of the content creators. I see Miss Didi in the building. Thanks for being here, love. Simple Mom Family TV, if you're here, thanks for being here. Miss Astute. I know Astute is usually in the bushes, according to her. Shay Renee is usually in my bushes. Thanks, Schoolboy, as well. Queen Speaks TV. Black Women in the Building. Deary Talk. I know she said she's being in the bushes. JCD Creations. Thanks for being here as well. And Shay P. Thank you so much for being here. A lot of you guys be in the bushes watching, and I appreciate you. All right. I see you, Astute. That's my friend. That's my friend. Y'all go and support all of these content creators that I named, okay? And y'all go hit the like button and support because that's what it's all about. Love you guys. Let's get out of here, all right? Bye.